It's your boy G, along with Alec. Also today, joined by our guy Noel. Thank you for joining us, bro. Another episode of 1600. A lot of good stuff going on here. I brought you in partnership with LA Sports Report. A lot of great stuff going on that page. Make sure you're tuned in on our platforms. Subscribe on YouTube. We're going to continue to bring great episodes to you each week, both with me and Alec, as you've seen on occasion. Noel has great content going on the page as well, and a lot of fun stuff going on there that you don't want to miss. So, yeah, excited to jump into it. Before we fully jump into it, you guys, we already know what we're adjusting today. Noel, just how you doing? Welcome to the show. Just give a first hello and how you feeling about everything going on across LA right now.
Hey, what's going on, guys? First, I appreciate y'all for having me. I've been wanting to jump on the show for a cool minute. Y'all got a fire setup and a lot of good cuts coming your way really soon. Got a lot to talk about today. But, hey, just overall, really, really good time to be an LA sports fan. We're active all the way from basketball. You got college sports going on. You got baseball just getting started. I mean, it's beautiful to see right now. And, you know, it feels like a day goes by and we are never bored. So it's amazing. Alec, Garrett, thank you guys for having me on today.
Absolutely. Never bored at all. And with this guy you see in front of us right now, always plenty of entertainment in regards to LeBron. And he just today broke 40,000 points, setting another record as he continues to extend his lead from Kareem that he broke, 2 years ago now. And yeah, just continuing to prove why he is one of the greatest, and some will argue, and we'll talk about it, the greatest of all time in the NBA. So salute to him. I'll go to you first. What are your thoughts on LeBron breaking the record?
Hold up. First off, I just got to say, I just realized I know the dude in the corner of the picture. I went to high school with him.
Who? That's
wild. That's
in the corner, the white dude. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's great.
He was a year ahead of me, Sam Sheridan. So salute to him. I guess he was at the game. But, yeah, I mean, LeBron, obviously, it's a salute to his greatness, his longevity, being able to cross that 40,000 point threshold. You really can't take anything away from this man's career. Like he's done it all, except get the win tonight. So we're gonna get into it. These Lakers can be inconsistent at times, but LeBron he is the king for a reason, and it was dope to see him get this another notch on his belt, another achievement in his career. So,
you feel the same way?
Yeah, it's just crazy. I feel like coming into this game, you know, obviously the number 40K is there, and the big accomplishment was when he passed Kareem against OKC, when he hit that fadeaway and they stopped the game and everything went really, really crazy. But yeah, just LeBron just continues to do what LeBron does, racking up achievements, kind of building up his points total to where it feels like, are we even ever going to see anybody get close? Like, I think a player getting to 30K is already amazing in itself. You know, not very many people are even able to get close to that, but 40K is just literally ridiculous at this point. And you factor in that he's super healthy this year, that if he wanted to, he can potentially get that 3-year deal that I know you guys were talking about in your last stream. So he potentially has a lot of basketball ahead of him. And the dude, he just continues to show that if you invest the money into your body, if you stay locked in and you stay focused, he can really accomplish anything. And it just speaks a lot for his legacy overall.
Absolutely, definitely a great thing, and we won't talk fully about the Lakers and what they got going on as a team just yet. I want to just continue to shine light on LeBron individually, and what you guys both said, I definitely echo to that. And with what he has going on, as you kind of alluded to, Noel, how far do you guys think he could take this? You think he can get 50,000 points, 55,000 points? I'll give you a quick. How far can he extend this lead he has right now?
Damn, you jump into 50 that quick, huh?
I'm just asking the question. Take it where you want to take
it. He could definitely get a couple or a few thousand more. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's slowing down. To Noel's point, like, I mean, he invests what do they say, like 1.5 million into his body every year, like that. So I'm sure he's got at least a couple years left in the tank. I always go back to that tweet of the dude saying LeBron's 30 years old. This fuckery won't last much longer. We're now 10 years later from that tweet, and he's still going strong, playing at an individual MVP type level. So he certainly could get a few more thousand if he wants to.
Got it. Yeah, it's going to be exciting to see. Definitely salute to him and what he does. For us as Laker fans here, where does this put him amongst the Laker greats? Does this help add to his legacy as a Laker, or are you still somewhat, as we talked about before, Alec, kind of indifferent about where he stands? I'll go to you, Alec, and then we'll go to Noel.
As a Laker great, I mean, for me, this is more so an individual achievement for LeBron and his career. As a Laker great, I mean, he's got the one title for us in 2020. So that's a positive. But I mean, this is the city of champions, and as Lakers fans, Lakers Nation, we care about putting up banners. So he's going to need to get another banner for us, I think, to be considered in that top of the top. But I mean, he's definitely already a Laker great in his what is it, 6 seasons now in LA. There's been some up and down moments, but he's definitely still a Laker great for sure.
Yeah, no words stand for you.
No, facts. Same here. I think when you look at the number of achievements that he's been able to capture as a Laker, I think it does add to his overall time and how fans are going to look at him in the future. I think the only thing that really hurts me is that we lost this game. And I feel like we continue to lose these big games on really, really honorable and memorable days that really the Lakers should come out and it should be the number one priority on their mind to win. And obviously, I know that they're not coming out flat. They don't want to lose to the Denver Nuggets. But, I mean, when you take a look back, that first game after Kobe Bryant's death, we lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. Even after his statue unveiling, we lost to the Denver Nuggets. And then we lose today after LeBron.
Stop scheduling the Nuggets for historical nights.
Exactly. It's like at a certain point, you can't let this team continue to come into your own house and beat you on really, really important days in your franchise's history. So I know it's a little different than the initial question, but I think that in this certain memory from today, I don't think it's going to age as greatly as we think just because we lost this game. I think that's what really bothers me about that.
Got it. I just see the opposite, to be honest with you. While I do understand what you're saying, I think they're like, when we talk about Jordan things, we don't really nitpick games that he had in his career or look back at, oh, he missed this shot way back when, whatever. Maybe because we're young guys, we don't fully acknowledge it. Or even with Kobe, who we do remember, we don't go back and think about certain games where things were missed or games were lost. We acknowledge him for his legacy and what we achieved. So I think LeBron breaking 40K and having his moment, regardless of how the game went in the moment, to the point how it's gone a couple of times now when we have had major situations go down. I think just us being guys like LeBron, being in the Lakers uniform on the court after these things happen, I think hold enough weight for a lot of people to still be properly acknowledged in a high way. So I know it's kind of odd for me. We've had our fun going at LeBron a bit, but no, I do acknowledge what he has done. And a day like today, for us in the moment, it's going to hurt, but 10 years from now, we ain't going to be thinking, oh, yeah, but they lost. Like, that ain't going to matter. So just want to celebrate him and acknowledge the greatness he achieved today for sure. You have something else to say, Noel?
Oh, yeah. I like when he threw up the 4-0 afterwards. He posed on his Instagram.
I ain't seen you put that up. That's dope. Yeah.
That was dope.
Salute to him. That'd be good stuff there. But as you guys did say, like I said, I'm acknowledging the future and what's going on later on. You guys both acknowledge what's happening right now in regards to the game and how we lost things. Looking at the team right now, how do you guys feel about the Lakers squad as this season continues to go on? Noel, I'll go to you first.
Yeah, so I think after the trade deadline, when we literally did nothing other than add Spencer Dinwiddie, we kind of knew this was going to happen. If the Lakers weren't able to get on a really, really good roll, we were going to look back at that deadline and think, what were we thinking? Why did the team not make any immediate moves? But I mean, looking overall at all the reports, it looked like a lot of the teams were trying to fleece the Lakers. They were trying to get a ton of our assets versus when they were talking to other teams, they weren't asking for as much because we all know about the Lakers tax. We know that teams are going to try to get every single drop out of us. And it's been like that for the past couple of years. And, it sucks, but it's something that we have to live with. But with that being said, you take a look at the roster and a lot of the pieces that we had from last season in that Western Conference Finals run are here, but they've gone through either injuries, they've gone through slumps, or the chemistry just hasn't been there because of how they're being used by Darvin Ham. There's a lot of iffy rotations. It took half the season for him to realize that Taurean Prince is much better in a limited role compared to the 35 minutes he was getting initially. And
this guy's not that good.
Yeah, exactly. And it took him around the same time to also realize that you need to have shooters and scorers in your starting lineup, not just defensive guys. So, like, the team still has the potential, even though you have Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent injured right now, who those guys were the ones that you wanted to stop a Jamal Murray on a night like tonight. I think the Lakers still have a lot to prove and a lot to give this season, but we need them to get healthy, and we need Darvin Ham to, kind of read the room a little bit. If you see Phil Handy, who's been your skills coach for years, throwing his head up in disgust whenever you make a certain rotation late game, that's telling a lot. But Alec, I want to hear what you guys say about that too.
Yeah. I mean, what's a word that stuck out to me that you used was potential. Like I'm sick of like harping on the Lakers' potential with LeBron and AD. Like, obviously these are two superstar level players. And we see that the top end of like what they can be. Like, we saw them go 7-0 in the in-season tournament and win that. Like we see when they're completely locked in and playing at their highest level as a unit, they can beat anybody in this league. But night in, night out, we get inconsistent efforts from the team. We get inconsistent rotations, as you said, from Darvin Ham. It's frustrating as a fan to see those stars' talents kind of being wasted in a sense. I mean, we've harped on AD in previous years, kind of being inconsistent himself. This year, he's been dominant and he's been probably the most consistent Laker for us, which surprisingly in the second half of this game, he kind of fell back and kind of disappeared offensively. But for most of this season, he's been really consistent. So we've had to lean a lot on our stars in LeBron and AD, and haven't had the guys step into that third spot consistently between, Rui, Reeves, D'Lo. Like they've had their moments, and even tonight, like we had really good offensive play from them for much of this game, but the defense when it came down to crunch time, couldn't get the stops we needed against a Denver team that clearly has our number since last year in the Western Conference Finals. And as I tweeted, Jamal Murray sees food out there when he sees the Lakers on the other side. So
damn shame. I'm so tired of it. But it is what it is. But I definitely hear both of y'all saying and echo those same sentiments. As you guys can kind of see here, it cuts us off on the screen. But like I was saying, at the 10 spot, how confident are you guys at this point of the Lakers not only getting out of the play-in, or actually, I will start there, just making out of the play-in before we can get to the playoffs. How confident are y'all that we still make it out of the Final Four there?
So we're rolling with this current four on the screen right now. If it all stays the same,
I believe, or it'll be some iteration of that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we're rocking with those four, so if Lakers stayed the 10th or 19th, they would have to win 2 games to make the playoffs.
Right.
I still like our chances. See, the team that scares me right now after the deadline is Dallas, because they got PJ Washington and they got also the guy from Washington Wizards, Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, Gafford.
And you give Luka 2 athletic guys who can run the pick and roll, who could defend. That's pretty dangerous. But I still like our chances against them because I don't think they have a big man that could guard AD. And I think if D'Lo and Austin get going, we'll be in a good place. The Kings, they haven't been as exciting or as dominant as they were last year. And the Warriors, we all know what's going on over there. They're as much of a roller coaster team this season as we are. So I still think the Lakers are the favorite to make it out of those 4.
They have finally, after begging and pleading, unlocked Kuminga a little bit. So the Warriors are a team that have been a roller coaster themselves, but are finally putting something together in some sort of way. So we can't fully dismiss them. Especially having Steph there as the lead. If you have any kind of consistency around him, he can make something happen. So it's definitely gonna be a dogfight. And all 4 of the squads, or the 3 squads above us, will put up good fights. Alec, your thoughts on where we stand in that?
Yeah, just on the Warriors real quick. I think a report came out where Chris Paul was talking about like it being hard to process the idea of not winning a championship. He's going to have to start processing that pretty soon. He's not getting the title, man. But yeah, for the Lakers, I think it's going to be real tough to get out of play-in range just with how the West has been playing all year. It's a bloodbath in this Western Conference. I think they're pretty solidified that they're not going to fall out of play-in range because, as we see, the 11th spot is 5 games behind them. But between those 4, like any of those other 3 teams could beat them. Like the Lakers have to be on their A game to win both of those games if they were to fall at 9 or 10. You do have confidence going into a playoff game with LeBron and AD at the head, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence like in this team as a whole against the Western Conference, just from what we've seen to this point in the season. They've pretty much been like a 500 basketball team. They've had their moments where they've popped a bit, but for the most part, like I pretty much see them as a 500 basketball team. So confidence level, scale of 1 to 10, maybe like a 6 that they get out of it. But yeah,
we have the same thought. So definitely going to be a tough climb for us, but I will continue to have faith, seeing that we have guys like LeBron and AD on our roster who are playing at a high level, seeing how far they can take us, and hopefully guys fall in line to make that jump higher than people may believe it will be. So looking forward to all of that. Lastly, as we do at the end of each week, we're here on Saturday after the Nuggets game just played out. By this time next week, we will have played the Thunder on Monday, the Kings on Wednesday, and the Bucks on Friday.
March
Noel,
is tough, man.
I'll go to you first, Noel. By this time next week, how will the Lakers be looking?
Man, even not this game, but last game Lakers played against the Wizards. They were showing like the graphic for like the next 5-6 games. I was like, good Lord, if we don't win this Wizards game. But yeah, okay, so let's take a look. So luckily, all four of these next coming games are gonna be at home.
Yeah,
long home stretch. Luckily,
yeah, specifically for those three, I'll say we take. I'll be optimistic here. I think we take 2 out of 3. I think we take 2 out of 3. I like my
optimistic. It is optimistic.
I respect it, but as a realist, I don't know, fam. I don't know.
Let's hear it. Talk to me, Garrett. What you thinking?
I'll take the Kings game and call it a day.
I think we beat the Thunder. I think we beat the Thunder.
One more from there too. The Thunder would be great. But yeah, I don't know. I will say somewhat seriously. Oftentimes, when we make a prediction, it goes opposite what we say. We say we're going to go 1-3. We're going to say we're going to go, or 1-2. We say we're going to go 0-3. And all of a sudden, we string off 3 games. So, maybe knock on wood, I'm jinxing us in the right direction.
I don't know.
But right now, I'll take my 1 win and call it a day. So, yeah, Alec, how you feel?
They could lose the next 4 straight. Just looking at the matchups, man. Like the T-Wolves are no slouch either on that Sunday game. I will say, like I said, the 500 basketball team right now. So like I kind of expect them to split games, but in this next 3, they've got a day off in between. All of them. So like,
yep.
Not a whole lot of excuses here. I mean, you should beat the Kings, but it's not an easy game either.
Yeah, it's not. They're gonna run and gun the whole time.
I'm gonna say 1 and 2. If we're just talking about the next 3. Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, trying to stay positive with West right now. Ask for it. I will stay tuned to be back next week to react to it all and see how our predictions played out. But that is it. In regards to the Lakers and what's going on with them right now, appreciate you all for tuning into this part. As we said at the top of it, make sure you turn your